Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today's question is jewels and stones. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We solve a lot of interview questions on this channel and that can definitely help you with your interview. The question says you are given with strings J representing the types of stones that are jewels and S representing the stones you have. Each character in S is a type of stone you have. You want to know how many of the stones you have are also jewels. The letters in J are guaranteed distinct, and all characters in J and S are letters. Letters are case sensitive, so lowercase a is considered a different type of stones from uppercase a. So let's move on to pen and paper. Let's see how we can solve this question. After that, we will see the code. I have taken the example given in the question. Here we have our J and here we have our S. S are our stones and J are our jewels. And the question is asking that you want to get how many of the stones you have are also in jewels. That means we need to check stones in jewels. So what is the easiest way? That I will loop through S and I will check whether every single element is in the J or not. And every time whenever I encounter an element which is in S and also in A, then I will increase my count. So I will make a variable count which is 0 initially. I will check for lowercase a in J. Whether we have lowercase a in J or not. Yes, we have. Then I will increase my count by 1. I came to uppercase a. Again, I will check whether we have uppercase a in J or not. We have. Then again, I will increase my count by 1. Again, I will come to uppercase a. Again, I will check whether we have uppercase a in J or not. Yes, we have. Then again, I will increase my count. I come to B. I checked whether we have lowercase b in J or not. We don't have. Then I will simply move ahead. And in this way, I will keep moving. So this is one way. What we can do, I will simply take a for loop for I in S and I will check if I in J. I will increase my count by 1. But again, the lookup time in J is of n because it will traverse. How we can reduce it? If we use hash set, because in set the lookup time is of 1. So what we will do, instead of looking in J, I will make a J set which will be equal to set of J. And instead of looking in J, here I will look in J set. In this way, I can reduce my time complexity. And what will gonna be the time complexity? And when we are not using J set, then the time complexity will be O of J into S. And when we are using hash set, then the complexity will be O of J plus S, where S is the length of stones and J is the length of jewels. And when we are not using JSet, the space complexity will be O of 1. And when we are using JSet, then the space complexity will be O of J. And J is the length of jewels. So let's move on to the coding part. Let's see what is the code for this problem. So let's see the code. In this code, we are using JSet. So what I did at line number 3, I made a JSet. And I made a variable count, which will be 0 initially. And I'm taking a for loop in S and if I in J set, I'm increasing my count. And at the end, I'm simply returning my count. And if I don't want to use set, what I can do, I can simply remove the set J. So this is the code without using J set. So let's check whether it works or not. So it got accepted. So this was the code for this problem. If this video was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe.